Hello, YouTubers. This is Kirk here from Kirk Almighty. Uh, I'm going to be starting a new series here, a Let's Play series for Advanced Tactics Gold Edition. Uh, this game it's been around for a while. It's been a favorite of mine for a very long time. It's been on my hard drive. It comes originally from this is an introduction video, by the way, just an intro. Then we're going to get into gameplay. I'm going to keep this video very short. Advanced Tactics originated from a game called People's Tactics, and then eventually it was picked up by Matrix Games, and Victor developed Advanced Tactics for Matrix Games. Victor from VR Designs, he's a developer of the game. I bought Advanced Tactics, literally the original version, like right after it came out. I think about 3 weeks after it came out. And then later, some years later, they came out with a gold edition. I've been playing this game off and on literally from the very beginning, since it first came out in the original Advanced Tactics version. The developer has always been adding new features. He's always stayed up on this game. He's always listened to player input, and it's really an outstanding game. If you've never really played this type of game before, this game is really good as an introduction into this type of game. If you're not a grognard or never heard of a grognard or know anything about operational hex-based tactical games, then this is a good starter, because this game allows you to start small and you can kind of work your way up. What makes the Advanced Tactics series stand out from all those other games is it has an amazing random generated scenario. You can randomly generate games, different maps. You can start it in different ways. You can start it as a big country. You can start it as a single city with a shrouded map and kind of work your way out almost like in Civilization. There's just many options. It has huge replayability. I've never seen any game on the market of this type of game in this genre that does random games anywhere near as well as this. I don't even know if there is really anything out there right now that does it. There's been some in the past, and they're just not as good as this one. Now, you'd see here on the main menu that mine probably looks a little different than yours if you actually own the game already, so you bought it off Steam or wherever. That's because I have a mod installed right now. I'm going to be playing the New Dawn series. Now, the series I'm going to be playing here, the 4-season versions, the gameplay is identical to the vanilla. So if you have the vanilla, there's not going to be any difference there except for in graphics. This series, I've actually generated a bunch of random maps already. I'll kind of go in here and I'll show you. This is the random map generator. This looks the same on the vanilla. I went with a large map, 4 players, so it'll be 3 AI and me. I believe I used Land World. I looped the map. I think I was contemplating Wildland, but I didn't do that. I did full range climate. You just get much better terrain on the map if you do that. You're going to get a much better mix of terrain. And I think I left all those settings there the same. And then you tell it to make the map. It will generate the map here. This is a random map. It should pop up here. There we go. See, now it just generated a map right there. These are your 4 nations on here. Now, if you're like me, you're probably going to and you can start out. So you can start out with a shrouded. Yeah. If you're like me, you will probably generate several maps before you get one that really interests you and looks like one you'd want to play. I actually went through probably 15, 20 generated maps where I found one that I thought I would like to use for this series. Also, too, you got your options here where you can start with a 1-town start. Wildlands, actually, it just means that there's one thing I noticed is if you pick Wildlands, you get fewer cities in there. It seems like there's less farmland too. You could have it limit your roads to no roads. I think there's even an option for limited roads. So you have some roads, but not. Yeah, here you can just get rid of farmland altogether. I should have just done it in mine. The farmland drives me crazy. But whoop! I just popped right. There we go. You can select the size of your map, and believe me, these large maps down here are huge. They are really big. I mean, they're so big I don't bother to play on because the game would be just too long. You could pick a large map and just have tons of AI players on there playing with you if you want. You can pick up to 14 of them here. This just affects kind of like how much water is on it. I mean, you fiddle around with these settings and just generate some maps here and there and see what it does to the map, and you can come up with something that you like. Sometimes I play with map loop off. All map loop is that it's one from one side over here to the other. It's all a continuous map. It just wraps around. You don't have an edge on this side. On the top and the bottom you do, but on the sides there's no edge. It just wraps around. And that's about it right there. There's a lot of new features in the New Dawn. I think it's the best mode to play in the game. It's got, I think, the most features in it. And there's been new features added to the game since really the last time I was into it. And when I went up there and updated it and checked it out, because I've learned to periodically do that with this game, because Victor is always adding things and updating the game. I'm playing to version 221K right now, and I was just so impressed by some of the new additions. I really got into it again, which it's easy to do with this game, to get sucked into it and really want to play it, that I decided I was going to make a series on it. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and finish this video, and then we're going to move promptly on to the next video, and we're going to start our Let's Play series.